Welcome to OrangeJuiceCast episode 5, I think. We are here to discuss some movies coming out soon in 2019 and 2020. And the subject for today, before I introduce everyone else,
I was waiting for that. I was like, you've done 5 of these. I hope you remember to introduce your...
I'm not going to introduce anyone. The subject we're doing today is... which is going to be the best movie? The Mario movie made by Illumination, Detective Pikachu movie made by Legendary Pictures, or the Sonic movie made by Garbage?
Who did make it? Who are making it?
I have no idea. I'll look it up on my phone,
right.
and this will all be edited.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog is being produced by Paramount Pictures.
Right. Okay.
To my left is my good friend.
It's Matt. Hi.
Returning again. And to my right...
It's your boy. Sorry.
Hi, it's Tom.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, so...
So I just want to raise a point about last week.
That's
Yeah?
fine. Alright, yeah.
I forget what I said last week. Don't worry, I don't want to raise a point about last week.
Did you even watch the episode?
I think it was about... Look, I have
Wasn't
a lot
it?
of episodes in my head.
What was it? Dead Space, but Bulletstorm.
No.
Bulletstorm in space.
Bethesda,
Five Nights at Freddy's made by Bethesda.
Yeah.
You've already become a meme, Tom. You're the Rich Evans of
It's
this.
funny because we said that last podcast, and the Bethesda actually announced that.
Yeah, it was,
They're making
what a
films.
prediction, Tom. Out of left
I
field.
think it was like the highest budget game they were going to make ever.
Yeah, it's going to be a fully realised open world adventure in the Five Nights at Freddy's
Freddy's
universe.
Virtual as well, I've heard.
Yeah, there's like 5 purple guy killers. God, I don't even know.
They literally hire people to kill people.
The first movie coming out is next year, and that will be Pokemon the movie, Detective Pikachu Pokemon, the movie Pokemon.
Pikachu.
With hyper-realistic graphics, and frankly, I didn't give a fuck about this film at all until I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Now, I cannot wait for that film.
I
I'm
think-
sure it's actually going to be good.
I think was everyone's reaction.
I think the problem is everybody's biggest worry was CGI Pokemon's going to look dumb. And they don't. They've done it so well.
Well.
Okay.
Mr.
Okay.
Mime's meant to look dumb
Wait,
anyway, if that's going to
wait.
be your point.
First off, I was worried because it's based on some weird spin-off game that isn't
It's
Pokemon.
brand new as well, isn't it?
It's some weird, like, basically Japanese exclusive game.
I thought it's
Where
come out in
Pika-
England.
It has come out, yeah.
Professor Layton, right?
Sure, whatever. Where a Pikachu has like a deep, gruff detective voice and goes around solving mysteries in the Pokemon universe. So I was like, oh god, why? If you're going to do a Pokemon movie. But secretly, genius is at work because it actually looks like it could be a good film. And
Let's do the classic first. And
it
get
has
away
Ken
and say-
Watanabe in it. Okay, yes, it has.
Shut up, I can
He's good. Oh, Tim, your dad was a very, very good cop.
No matter,
But you will be better.
no matter how much you drop that name,
Let them fight.
no matter how much you drop that name, he's never gonna either A, sponsor this podcast, or B, be on this podcast.
Oh, I just want to
You
be
can
my dad.
you can stop dropping the name.
Ken,
He's not listening.
Ken, give me a
Let's-
call. We
let's
can
go-
make things happen.
Let's clear up first. This film is not going to be better than the first Pokemon movie.
It will be.
But it definitely
This-
is going to be.
This will be the best. This will be the best Pokemon movie ever made.
That I hope so.
This will be not only
I
will
love Pokemon.
Not only
Once
will
I
that-
hold up, objectively the best, however, people will still say number 1 is better.
not only
Because
that,
people
I
understand the
reckon.
dumbheads.
I reckon in a weird way, and this might sound a bit dumb, but let me explain. In a weird way, I think this movie is going to be more true to the games of what Pokemon actually, how Pokemon are, and how they should act.
If
Sure.
by games you mean the spin-off game that it is based on.
No. I mean, in the anime, there's a lot of dumb shit that just happens because it's anime, right? There's a lot of dumb
Sure.
shit. Imagine like Pikachu like electrocuting that Onyx is always what I always think about.
Sure.
Right? Like obviously it's an anime, so they just do it. It's a kid show, right? Whatever. Obviously in the games it doesn't work like that. That shouldn't happen. Right? They take a lot of liberties with it. And I actually have a feeling this movie is actually going to play it really fucking
I think
true.
you're going to
Well,
end up looking so dumb.
Judging by how many like little Easter eggs they've put
Right.
in like the posters and the Sinnoh battles and everything, and like they try to make it into like a sort of world that is obviously because Pokemon is very much like, oh, everyone grows up and at the age of 8 they go to school to learn about Pokemon and that's it. They don't do maths, they don't do police work or anything. It's like, fuck that, mate. You kick the mic. You fucking.
I'm gonna tell you what my theory is. Ready? Not about what it is at all, but this is how I think it's gonna go down. And forgive me if I insult anybody, but this.
I'm already insulted.
This film is Logan to the X-Men franchise.
I'm happy with that.
It's gonna be a good film.
I love Logan.
Standalone.
Fine.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it's not going to lead into like. There's not going to be like an after credit scene and Ash is going to put on the cap and he's going to like. Oh, sorry, actually, it's not going to be like that. Fuck that.
We're getting the gang together and it's Silver standing there.
We don't need that. Although this could be so popular they make a sequel, which I mean, there's a lot of material they can go with.
Is there not a worry? But then I guess Nintendo don't have a big impact here. As it says, they're not worried. But Nintendo go, oh, if this is a better franchise, we don't have to bother putting as much work as we do into all the other shit we do.
See, I have no. Well, I don't know. I have no idea how this will go. So, say this film is a smash hit, which it will be. This film will be an absolute smash sweep at the box office.
Yeah,
it will be one of the highest grossing films that year. I can see that.
I said something like this, and again, I'm going to take full credit for every penny this fucking movie makes.
Yeah,
because if you remember back on podcast 1, and we were talking about game franchises we'd like to do movies on. Didn't I say there's still realistic Pokemon for adults?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Right, so basically, I invented Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. Ken Sugimori, sit the fuck down. You did nothing.
I hope the royalties are in
Fat
the check.
Pikachu, you fucking loser.
Ryan Reynolds owes his whole career to me. Everything he's ever done.
What great casting. Like, if you can't get Danny DeVito, you get Ryan Reynolds. There you go. But, okay, hear me out. This film sweeps the box office. $1 billion success. I'm serious. I reckon $1 billion.
I agree. As I said...
this will kickstart video game films. Companies will be like, right, buy as many properties. Games are hot. No. They are fucking hot.
Okay, I disagree on this point. I disagree on that
Unless
point.
Really? Seriously.
So, look, I agree the movie will be smash hit because Pokemon is absolutely massive, way bigger than people remember it for. Like, it's bigger than Star Wars.
See how Pokemon went.
Pokemon is absolutely massive, and, like I said, there's a lot, like, weirdly, I don't want to be like, oh, this generation, but just bear with. Weirdly, this generation loves fucking nostalgia. Right, loves a bit of nostalgia.
Sure.
Look at the Lion King remake shit Disney did, plus whatever. Right, so there's definitely a market for. Remember that thing you loved, but now it's for you again in the big screen in 2018, right? And everybody loved Pokemon, and everybody still does, and it's massive.
Well, Pokemon Go is like the highest earning mobile thing ever for the last 2 years or something.
You know, so I think it will do extremely well. However, I think it will do extremely well because Pokemon is so massive. And I don't think people. I think it's. I know what you mean. Like everyone will say, "Let's jump on this trend."
Well, look,
but people will look at it and say, "Okay, we need to find something else that is massive in the past that we can bring back." I don't think they'll say more video games because Pokemon was a video game.
Well, I don't know, but you saw what happened with like Iron Man in the Marvel movies. Once they had that success with the Avengers, DC jumped straight on that. Fox jumped straight on that, pumping out those movies. So I can see other companies being like, honestly, "Oh, we've got the movie rights to fucking Minecraft or whatever." What movies? They had. No, we did have movies that were video games. Obviously, we've had video game movies before, but I mean, once those fucking few Marvel movies and the Avengers thing happened, everybody had a shared universe. Everybody in them, the Dark Universe.
I'm still in Camp Matt of like, I think there's too much evidence against video game movies, and it's not like there was one period. Like, there's not like the Street Fighter and Mario film period because Resident Evil happened. Anyway, so they know it's bad.
This is what I'm saying. If it was a case of they wake up and they remember, oh, people like video games, we should make these into movies, then, you know, they would all, on the other hand, they'll just say, oh yeah, but we've been doing this with Assassin's Creed, no one watched that. And we made a Prince of Persia movie, no one watched that.
Sure.
And we've done this with a bunch of game franchises, no one watched them. Now, this might sound dumb, but if it's going to happen, I could actually see it happening more like this. What else was cool back in the 90s when Pokemon was? I could see us getting a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh movie. I could mate.
You mean like they think more about the cartoons?
Yeah, this is exactly
than they do about
this is where they go. So they say, oh, if Pokemon works. Now, I'm not saying it would be the same level of success.
Are you saying we're going to get a Dragon Ball Z movie this
Dragon Ball Evolution 2?
Because Dragon Ball Evolution 2, I've been waiting for that movie.
I'm not saying it will be the same level of success or, you know, acclaim, or it won't be as good as this Pokemon movie looks like it's shaping up to be. But as we're talking about, oh, let's all jump on his bandwagon because his Pokemon movie's made so much. 100% could see a fucking exec sat 12 guys in business suits. They're all like over the age of 60. Right, Pokemon out in the 90s. What else was big around this time? Let's just like look this up. Pogs and Yu-Gi-Oh. So we're getting a Pogs movie, we're getting a Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know. What
We
we
get
got?
Capri Sun the movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get any fucking like big, maybe like a Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon thing.
Oh, well, Ed, and Eddie.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we get Powerpuff Girls
on what
movie
you
and some
just said
shit.
there,
Yeah.
It's a live action Powerpuff Girls.
Oh man, I'll tell you what though.
I think you've got like it's the where it stands there. Like things like Assassin. I'm going back to what you said. I don't think it's for Assassin. I think there's a thing about going far field but not too far field. I think Pokemon is like everybody in their heads going like that shouldn't work, but it does. Like Assassin's Creed should work, but it doesn't because it's boring.
Unless it's like, oh, this could be the new Nintendo universe or something.
They couldn't do Yu-Gi-Oh. They couldn't do Yu-Gi-Oh. It's too far field. That's like going. You're gonna spend an hour and a half watching people whirlwind slam shit on the table.
Know. I see Pokemon as like this massive success generally, but I don't know. I would like for it to do as in big budget video game films that clearly have directors behind them that actually like the source material. Like you see the CGI for all these like Pokemon and everything, and like even the small details and stuff. It's like okay, they clearly care. Like Mr. Mime, he looks like a fucking weird Pokemon. Let's embrace that weirdness entirely and go with like a great comedy scene. And it's like I can see that being fucking fantastic. Pikachu with fur. Nobody thought Pikachu had fur. Unless you read the Pokemon the Pokedex index, fucking the Pokedex entry, sorry, and go, oh yeah, of course he has fur. Yeah, of course he does.
All the Pokemon.
Charizard's got scales all over it. Yeah, of course. He's a lizard.
All the Pokemon look good. All of them. Even mine. They all look good.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, they look uncanny valley, but I'm quite happy that they do as well because it's interesting and it's weird and it's so, you know, it suits the Ken Sugimori drawings that he originally did for him.
I hope they don't do some big conspiracy at the end where they involve a legendary Pokemon. That's all I'm saying.
No. It will have that. It will 100% have that.
I hope it's straight up Team Rocket being dickheads.
Team Rocket 100% got to be the villains here. They will 100% make Team Rocket the villain. I would put my house on it.
I could see them not doing
I'd
that.
rather them do one of the other groups.
No way.
I could see them not.
They need some sort because it's clearly there's lots of posters that say Pokemon missing or whatever. Who steals Pokemon? It's fucking Team Rocket.
Team Galactic, Team Magnet.
Oh yeah. They're gonna start with Team. They're gonna start with Team Flare, mate. They're gonna start with those guys. They're gonna work up.
What were the black and white ones?
That was Team Galactic.
Team Plasma.
Team Plasma, sorry.
Team
Who
Galactic.
fucking cares?
Team
Who
Galactic.
fucking cares about that shit? Do Team Skull
Actually,
at least.
the only ones who
Yo, it's me, it's Knuckles.
Still are Team Magma and Aqua because they have dumb plans. It's most like Team Rocket, but kind of like I don't want a gimmicky Jesse and James. I want like or Butch and Cassidy. Give me those back.
Here are three things I 100% expect in this film. Team Rocket, some version of the original Pokemon theme from the cartoon show.
I don't think they'll do that.
Do you not?
No.
I don't mean like a reference.
Okay.
Like not if it was a fully orchestral like version of like the main theme or whatever. You know, that's everyone's come. Like, but it won't be. It'll be like, hey, my phone.
Yeah.
It answers the phone.
Sorry, they'll definitely check a reference in there.
Sure.
There's going to be a radio or something playing, and like in the background, it'll be a very MIDI version.
I want to cut a short cut of a TV screen, and it's a guy standing alone with a spotlight on him. Someone's going, "Who's this kid?" And it's playing the theme, and it's literally the opening of Pokemon, like the original Pokemon trailer.
That might actually be interesting.
Oh yeah, well they have the games in it as well. It's like these games were based on like life or something. That'd be so mad.
The intro to Pokemon where it's like him standing in the stadium with the spotlight.
What if Ash is just like really fucking well known and it's like a celebrity?
I'd love that, but we don't. I mean,
obviously, because the main character you follow is just a normal guy who's a police.
It's just a dude who failed as a trainer.
They've done it before. Gold and Silver is literally you at the end fight red.
Sure. We don't need to go into the Pokemon lore. I'm just interested in what they throw around here. But to be fair, at the start of the trailer, they do so it's like the small little bit of Pokemon music, and then go straight into pop music. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna get every now and then like a little jingle of the original Pokemon music, but it's mainly pop. It's mainly pop music. Fuck off, Tom. Just fuck off.
I'll tell you what, actually, I'll tell you what I want, because they've done it before. They did it in...
Orange Islands!
No, they did it in Pokemon Origins. That's not Todd, that's the...
Who fucking cares?
That's Sketch, or whatever the guy, he's got a name, Todd.
Tracy.
Oh shit, Tracy. Because he traces. No, the guy, what I want them to do it, because they've done it with loads of other versions of it, where they do that interesting from Red and Blue with the Nido King and the Gengar, the Ninarina and the Gengar.
Yeah.
And they then did it in Origins where they cut to it and then they phased in.
Yeah.
I want them to do it with this as well. I want them to do it just as it comes in.
I'd love that.
It's them two
I'd love
fighting.
that. But I mean, whatever.
And it's just
who's the villain of Detective Pikachu? I don't fucking know. Do you? Whatever. I hope it's Team Rocket.
It's a Diglett.
It's
just
for sure.
he can't beat it.
They show off what a Diglett is. He like comes out. It's got this really masculine body. It's like, oh.
Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. The last thing is I definitely expect it to be a legendary Pokemon in this movie.
Oh yeah, but it's gonna be something that nobody's.
No, it'll be like Mew. Or
what's
something.
the one that's in Pokemon?
Mew or
what's
like
the one in Let's Go
Zapdos
Pikachu
or something.
that
Is now a new one in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go.
Yeah. I've lost
I
track.
don't know.
I've lost track now. DLC was one from
Melty Molten Man.
Sun and Moon. I hope it's an Ultra Beast is the main villain.
No, fuck that.
Bring
Fuck
back
that.
Ultra Beast.
Fuck that. Retcon that game.
If they're doing that, it'll be Mew or Mewtwo.
I don't reckon it'll be Mewtwo because I think Mewtwo could be more interesting like in a future film, but it'll be like something like Mew, and that'll be the setup for like Mew will go off into the distance.
But then that implies that Pokemon is planning something that is human criminal behavior.
See, I don't think
I prefer the idea of it just being human criminals and all the Pokemon
Sure.
are just animalistic.
He says that.
I think so, but
Except to Meowth for talks.
He says there's going to be a legendary Pokemon. He didn't say the legendary Pokemon is going to be bad.
no, it's good, like the Team Rocket or whatever. They're going towards like capturing something for their big sucking up Pokemon device or whatever. I don't fucking know the anime. So I could see that, but you never know.
It's curvy.
But I think it's going to be a good film. I'm expecting above 75% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm not going to put a Rotten Tomato score on it because I'm not like dumb.
Although,
but I think it'll be good.
Although easily, you know, with all video game movies, it could easily be turned.
But out of these three movies, it has by far the most potential to be good.
Ryan Reynolds' actual charisma in an interesting role.
I think
he's so hot right now.
Yeah.
I'm just checking quickly because I need to know what my basis is here.
Your basis for what, Tom?
I'm looking at Resident Evil Rotten Tomatoes and then going.
Oh, mate, the highest Rotten Tomatoes score for any video game movie is the Angry Birds movie with like 55%.
Great. Wait, do we not?
The
count
Netflix Castlevania
Wreck-It
series.
Ralph is based on a game.
No, it's not.
It's
a parody of Donkey Kong, yes, but it's not. That's a great film, but but the thing is, that's not about a video game. That's its own story.
It's the difference between a musical and a film about music. It's different. That's what Wreck-It Ralph is. A film about games, not a game film.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it has its own morality and heart and message at the end, which is fine. But like,
do you not think Pokemon Pikachu's going to have that?
Look, I love
the morality's going to be.
I love Pokemon first
Pokemon.
movie, but I was a big fan. It also had that remix of the fucking main theme, and everyone went to see it in the movie and they got that shiny Mewtwo card because you know
it was Mew actually. It was the
It was Mew.
It was the hieroglyphics behind it.
Fucking alright, mate. So yeah, I think we're all agree. Okay, give us a fucking Rotten Tomatoes score. Just go on. Let's look poorly at this.
82.
IMDb 9 out of 10 because IMDb's safe.
Well, every IMDb thing's 9 out of 10, mate. Transformers 5 is 9 out of 10. What? Go on, Rotten Tomatoes out of 100%.
I don't know how Rotten Tomatoes works. It's probably a 70.
How many people liked the film?
How many people give a positive review?
76 too much water.
76.
Well, that's literally one above mine. So there we go.
There you go. Price is right.
Price is right.
Price is right. We're all expecting high scores.
I reckon that'll be good.
Yeah,
I'll definitely see it. Unless the reviews are like.
Unless the reviews
are this is trash.
I don't know. I still might even see it. Like the Mario movie.
Do you want to not go through it and go, wow, that's a reference I get. Wow, that's a reference I get.
Wow, I get that reference.
That's the thing. It's like that's why people always criticise bad films. Like, Jazz for some reason is weird, but I can't understand why he doesn't watch Transformers. Because if I was him and I had that much knowledge about Transformers, I'd be like, wow, that's a Transformers.
I don't know what you're on about. I've watched every single fucking Transformers film, and I've hated every one of them because I like Transformers.
Do you not enjoy going, wow, that's a reference?
Oh wow, that's a gelatinous blob of fucking metal thrown against. Oh, that's meant to be that's Optimus Prime. Great. Anyway, fuck Transformers. This film will be good.
I'll get more references in Pokemon.
To be fair, like Mario, Sonic, and the Pokemon movies are like games that I enjoy or know a lot about, so it'll be interesting anyway. And even if like some of these films are absolute trash fires, it will be at least interesting to watch instead of like Resident Evil made by whoever. Like okay, well it's not exactly.
Ratchet and Clank was also made this year.
I didn't watch that film or play that game.
We watched it, and then we played the game, and it was worse than the original game.
I've heard the remake. The game itself was quite good, but the film was trash.
But it was just a remake.
Apparently,
It's like me going Spyro, the Spyro remake.
But then again,
Spyro.
I didn't watch the like Final Fantasy 15 anime and movie before the game,
Kingsglaive.
which entirely led into the game.
You didn't watch Kingsglaive?
No,
Everybody watched Kingsglaive.
No, fuck that noise. Okay, moving on to our next film is in 2020, made by the great studio known as Illumination. Boo! Is the Mario movie.
I can't wait for Minions meeting Toads.
I think this will be the worst thing to ever happen to Nintendo.
They've already had the Mario movie. I don't know how they can do it twice.
Honestly, I think this could be worse.
No. I'll tell you right now. This will be the most played safe, inoffensive movie you've ever watched. It will be passable. They will do nothing interesting. It will be a passable looking Mario doing passable things.
Sure.
And the movie will go for 90 minutes and it will end. And no one will ever watch it again.
Well,
sure.
Just cut.
I see. I don't know.
Director's cut's an hour 45.
Because looking at obviously past films, Despicable Me was a good film. Because that was like their first original film.
Yeah.
Then everything after it is god awful awfulness.
Everybody's watched it though. That's my point.
Sing is like what do people like? Animals and X Factor.
I've heard that's a good film though.
It's not good. It's very it's passable.
Yeah.
It's the safest movie you can ever make. You'll have big pop songs followed by characters who are just like the most fucking boring stereotypical characters. Like, oh, this one's really shy. Oh, this guy's dad's a criminal. Won't accept him if he sings. We've seen it all before. It was so fucking safe.
Your favourite one's coming out.
What, the Minions movie?
No, Grinch.
Yeah, it looks the worst thing ever, and the reviews say it's the worst thing ever. So
I'm not going to complain about
the
it.
trailers actually looked offensive.
Look, I'm just going to throw out there, as everybody knows by the posts shared by their mums on Facebook, Minions sell.
Look, I'm just saying.
If they can minionize Coopers and Toads,
yeah,
I am so fucking in.
Yeah, but they will do that. But look at how they handled the Grinch. Yeah. You look at that franchise, you think, what do you think of when the Grinch? You think green furry guy who hates Christmas and is like all weird and Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking films. They even in the trailers, just normal people just like walk past him like he's whatever. He'd go over to the fucking grocery store like, oh, I'm fucking bad. He's got nice like teeth because why? He lives in a fucking trash dumpster. Right, they clearly don't understand why the Grinch was the Grinch or whatever. They had Tyler the Creator make a rap version of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, which is god awful. And it's like, they clearly don't understand what this is and they're just using this to make it a load of money. And they did make a load of money. The Grinch made a fuckload of money.
The Mario movie will be worse than bad because it will be boring.
Yes. I either think it will be like terribly like bland and boring, or it will be so misrepresented and they don't understand how to do it. Will Mario... Okay, here's one. Will they voice Mario?
Yeah.
Surely we already know that by now.
We don't.
What's his name?
We don't.
It's untitled.
Charles Martinet is not cast in this yet.
It's going to be Ryan Reynolds.
They won't voice...
No, I think they will. And I think they'll replace Charles Martinet. I think they will. And that's a terrible decision. But then again... Is Charles Martinet really done a lot of voice acting for Mario? Which is why I'm like, if you would do it, make it like he just goes, woohoo, yeah, haha, and make it very minimal, like, you know, dialogue. And what's the story going to be? Bowser kidnaps Peach, Mario goes to save Peach.
Yes, and it's going to be safe as fuck.
Yeah.
However,
I said in my video, like, if I was to pitch a fucking idea, it would be about the Mario Bros working together to save Peach, but it'd be mainly about Luigi overcoming his like confidence or something, about being the second fiddle. That would be the main.
The first film. That's so stupid.
No, but it's still be Mario's like overconfident. He's player one and whatever. He's the best thing or whatever. But they don't work together as a
see
team.
what you're doing now. You're selling me a shitty Disney or
Look,
DreamWorks.
I wouldn't make a fucking film out of Mario Bros. It's not. If you're gonna do it, do the fucking 1906 like Mario movie where it's weird.
To the Mario, swing your
arms from side to side.
To the Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd dig up Lou. Is it Lou Albano's body?
Yeah.
And I'd make him do the Mario. That's what I'd
for
do.
90
At least it's weird and interesting. You can look at the 1993 version of the Mario movie and go, "That's interesting." They made Goombas 8 feet tall bouncer guys.
In my head, it's just the classic. I'm stuck with. All I can think is it just going to be 90 minutes of a cinematic from any Mario game?
Well, there is
Which
that.
in my head isn't a bad, because as much as you hate
Is it
Sunshine...
all CG? Is it all CG?
Probably, yes.
Yes, it's entirely animated.
Except for Princess Peach, played by Megan Fox.
Shigeru Miyamoto is executive producer, along with Chris Ali. I can't remember his name.
Whatever.
Chris Melisandre or something. Whoever is the head guy of Illumination.
Well, all I'm saying is...
I mean, I don't think Miyamoto would go, don't do that. Like, I don't think you'd let a lot of shit through unless it's actually good.
Name a Mario cinematic that isn't great. Like, they're not...
Well, there's not
Sunshine
exactly...
has some of my favourite.
Yeah, but it's not exactly cinematics. It's just like... They're like... little small
Yeah, but they
bits
don't
of-
spend that much time on them. That's the point.
No,
Imagine if they did
because
some-
Mario isn't about the story. It's about the gameplay.
I think you'll find.
Oh, I think you'll find that the Bowser Jr., when he's trying to find out if Peach is his mum,
Yeah.
is the most interesting.
Okay.
What a weird direction that game went, and I kind of like that.
That's what was
What
good
a weird
about it.
direction.
What the principal problem I have is we have good and bad, and then good and bad. We have good films and bad films, and then bad good films and bad films. Now
I sort of know what you mean.
So do we?
That was the
What
dumbest
my
way
point
to
is
explain that.
it going to be that Mario is going to be a bad good film and that it's bad, but it's so bad it's funny, or is it going to be a good bad film and that it's good, but there's nothing that's outstanding?
It's that one.
It's that one.
It's that
It's going to be
I
good
think
enough.
it's that one.
It's going to be good enough. I don't think anyone's going to walk out the cinema disgraced of what they've done to the Mario name.
They're just gonna be like, oh, I don't remember what happened,
People
but
walk out and be
Mario
like,
did
yeah,
something.
Mario jumped a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'll plug in the power-ups. Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, Bowser. They'll plug those things in.
You ready for a curveball? It's Donkey Kong, main villain.
Maybe.
No way. No way. It's
And it's played by
Illumination.
It's played by Mr. Sandman, Mike
Illumination.
Tyson.
Illumination.
no.
Oh my god, no.
no.
Illumination don't do that. They do bland, boring, safe, easy.
It will be fine.
It will have barely any Mario music in it. It will have a lot of pop music. Lots of pop music.
I think you're far off. I think Miyamoto's gonna say some shit.
I don't know.
I mean, like,
Look at what Miyamoto did to Paper Sticker Star. I'm still sour about that.
Still,
No, I mean, yeah, he's executive producer, so they're not going to be like, oh, Mario's got a gun. Like, it's not going to be shit like
it's
that.
live action.
It's live
Jason
action.
Statham
It's,
is
it's,
Mario.
it's Jason Statham. He's Princess Peach is
had
fucking
your last
Angelina
chance,
Jolie and
Bowser.
she's naked. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be like, he's going to be like, oh, don't put Mario with a gun. But he jump a bit, yes, that is good, yes, I like it. And then, whatever,
I
the
don't
film's
know what that accent was.
yeah, I know. The film's going to come out. It's going to be like when they first
You see
showed off
what I mean?
Phantom
Like,
Menace.
this is
They're
the
going to be like,
problem.
oh, well, we went a bit
I've
too
disagreed
far
with you a
here.
lot about Zelda. We won't talk about it now, but I've disagreed with you a lot about Zelda. I think Mario is still not far-field enough. I think it's the other end. I think, again, Pokemon's far-field. Yu-Gi-Oh's too far-field. I think Mario's not far-field enough. It's like...
I
It's
don't know
got
what this
maybe
far
good story.
field means.
Like it, in your head, you could see a Mario film. Not that you want it, but you can see it always being possible. Pokemon's a bit more of a stretch in live action.
I have no idea. No, I disagree. I think Pokemon's way easier to do live action. I think Mario's way more difficult to do as a movie.
I
Because there
disagree.
is nothing. There's nothing to Mario.
However-
He's not a character.
I think they could have easily made Luigi's Mansion as a film. But that's another thing.
Sure, but that's not Mario, is it?
That's what I mean.
Luigi's more interesting. Bowser's interesting. Even Peach, to a degree, is quite interesting as characters. But Mario is the most boring motherfucker. He's just like, I jump, I save the place.
That's what I mean,
That's
though.
it. That's it. There's nothing else. He's just Guy. There's
He
no,
plays
there's no
golf
struggle.
and tennis
There's
and
no
football
yeah, oh,
and baseball.
he's a sportsman.
Man plays sport.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this will be a good movie, but I'm predicting.
I'm ready for Jazz to have
What?
all the memorabilia from this film and love it. He'll be like, did you guys watch it yet? We'll be like, Jazz.
If it was good, if it's good, great. If it's not good, I hope that Universal Studio in Nintendo Land's really good because
Yeah.
you know they must have got their dick sucked hard for that.
I think that will be good.
I think it will be good as well, but that's
Too
just
bad about that movie.
yeah, it's too bad. I'm thinking 40% Rotten Tomatoes.
60.
I think this will make a lot of money, but not enough money.
72%.
IMDb over there.
No, this is actually.
Okay, now we're getting on to the meat of the conversation, the one we've all been waiting for. The posters have been revealed. It's
Rolling
Sonic.
around at the speed.
How amazing is this film going to be, right?
Like,
no matter what score it gets, we're watching it, right?
the first poster was mad. The second poster was somehow even madder. There's a third thing about it where he's like leaning on the car. With
But that was
Pratt.
apparently leaked like almost like half a year ago.
But I've heard that might be fake as well.
If it is, because it looks alright though.
Yeah,
It looks
so,
alright.
like, here's the thing: if the model is from that third, look it up. There's a third poster.
Yeah.
It's Sonic leaning on the car with Chris Pratt. If the model
It's not
looks
Chris
like
Pratt. It's like whatever his fucking name, the actor who plays the cop. It's not Chris Pratt.
I mean, that is Chris.
dude, it's Chris Pratt.
There's no fucking way.
That is Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's not in this movie. Is he?
I don't know. That's what I. That's
What
what.
the fuck? No, I thought that was like Arnie Hammer.
Thomas Chris Pratt. Yeah, I'm not being
It
dumb.
might be Arnie Hammer actually. They look very similar.
They look similar.
Yeah.
I thought it was Chris Pratt.
Because Chris Pratt's not in that movie, as far as I know. Let me look it up. We'll take a quick pause. Actually, from fucking nothing.
You can't tell me that doesn't look like Chris Pratt.
That's James Marsden. No, that's not Chris Pratt. No way.
That looks spot on.
James Marsden is the guy who's with Sonic as a cop. So I would assume that's James Marsden.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So that model looks fine. Like, not as bad.
I am utterly against what you.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah?
I originally looked at it. I was like, oh, good, it's not Sonic Boom. And I look at it more and I go, this is worse than Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom had Tool Sonic. This is worse than Tool Sonic.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looks awful in the posters. It looks awful, but to be fair, I expect everything related to Sonic to be awful. From Sega, I honestly do. The live stream, they fucked that so hard. Every game consistently, Sonic Forces, Sonic Boom, Sonic 2006, fucked it.
Yeah,
They
stop
fucked
there.
it so
Don't go
hard.
any further back, yeah? Because then we have a problem.
Sonic Adventure 2, they fucking awful games.
They're brilliant.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
You were literally on your own on thinking this.
Sure.
You were
Anyway.
literally on your okay, not Shadow.
Sega
Everybody thinks Shadow is
snorts some fucking code going, what can we fucking do? And this film is like so representative of this entire series of like, yeah, we're going to redesign Sonic to be cool. He's going to be weirdly gangly and
I
muscly.
can't believe how out of touch Jazz is with the gaming community.
What the fuck are you guys on?
They think Sonic Adventure is actually a bad game.
This movie will be really bad.
I think it'll be so funny.
It will be so bad that you have to see it.
Yeah, I think so.
They are taking zero caution or zero reference, is what I'm looking for, from any game. They've got the Sonic the Hedgehog license, and by that I mean Sonic himself.
Yeah.
And they're going to chuck him in a buddy cop movie, and they're going to do whatever the fuck they want.
Jim Carrey is Eggman.
Wait, no,
Which, I mean, that's a good casting.
Confirmed. Shadow's in it. He's got a gun.
He's got a gun.
Shadow's got a
Shadow's
gun.
the main guy. He's got a gun.
They're gonna do whatever they want. Like he's gonna have nothing, just whatever they feel like Sonic should do.
It's from a complete unknown director who's done literally nothing apart from some weird short film before. There's only 4 actors confirmed for this entire film so far, and this film comes out in what, like fucking 6 months?
Remember, guys,
It's like May or something, isn't it?
acoustic
Or August.
intro, rolling around at the speed of sound.
Actually, no, I might be wrong. It might be October. But still, it's like they've revealed some of the fucking details of it. It's $90 million for this live-action hybrid buddy cop movie where Eggman. They showed off a picture of what we presume to be Eggman is like some guy in heavy makeup and like white beard or whatever. And then everyone reacted so horribly to it. They went, "No, that's not Eggman. That's another actor who's different." It's like, yeah, okay, whatever, mate.
Yeah, this will be amazingly bad.
I think so. As well.
I cannot wait to watch it.
I will be laughing.
If you've seen the quotes from the movie producers about
they were like Fast and Furious
about Sonic's character model in this.
Yeah. What about how they couldn't do a speed of his eyes?
They've basically said, look, Sega weren't too happy with what we finally put down for them, but we've gone with it anyway. So that's always a great start with Sega themselves, who don't give a fuck about their own franchise.
No, they do not.
Aren't happy. They also made a point saying about how they can't do one eye because it's too hard. So they've
the big one.
The big one eye. So they've heavily implied he's having 2 eyes, and Sega aren't really happy with how Sonic looks.
Okay.
So that's how we're starting this movie.
They struggled on how to depict his speed.
Yeah.
In some ways, they were like, well, he's really fast, but how do we depict that? But we figured it out. We think, and that was like the director's like, we think we figured it out. There's like, there's a lot of shit about. Oh, well, the couple of drafts for this film were thrown out immediately. And, like, it's like, oh my god, this film is a train wreck.
I am so ready for it. Like, you know what? For me, it's a lose-lose scenario, because what you basically said to me is that it's a buddy cop. That implies there's not going to be any of the other side characters. Not that they're needed, but there's not going to be any side characters.
No.
Which, to me, is either they've lost because they've gone, Sonic's just about Sonic, which it's not, or they've gone, we're keeping these characters for the extended universe, which is never going to happen.
Okay, so there's the poster where it has Sonic, like, with his legs up, which has become like a meme already.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just see the legs and the trainers, which are terribly designed. They took like 1 million attempts to design.
Are you taking the piss out of his Yeezys?
Yeah, I am. Because apparently they took like 20 attempts and Sega weren't happy with any of them, and they still look shit. But it's clearly like him going around the Golden Gate Bridge. So it's clearly the real world that they're setting this in, which means that Sonic's going to come through a portal with Eggman or something.
Or they're going to completely retcon that Sonic lives anywhere.
Yeah, 100%. What do you mean? What are you on about?
Or they'll retcon. It'll just be like he
the
just
whole
does.
thing is that Sonic's like an alien, not an alien. They don't say Sonic's an alien, but
or he
like,
just exists in that universe. They don't even bring it up that he's a fucking hedgehog.
The buddy cop will stumble upon fucking like some hedgehogs or something, and then in these hedgehogs there'll be like one that's a bit weaker or something like this, and the cop takes the hedgehog home, and it turns out that's Sonic, and then they have a bond because of that. Well, they won't explain it. They're not saying Sonic.
I don't know. I actually think it'll be the most bare basic in that Eggman accidentally creates Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah, right.
And that
no way Shadow.
I'm reading the cast.
No way Shadow.
I'm reading the cast. It
no
says,
chance.
Also, just a little thing. The fact that it's what's his name from Parks and Recs.
Oh yeah, Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartz is the voicing Sonic.
That is Lehem.
Okay, fine, whatever. Like, you could do worse.
He already says he's on the run from the government, which implies that he's an experiment. No.
Oh really? Oh god.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they don't.
Yeah, he's definitely a hedgehog experiment.
Yeah,
100%.
There we go. Eggman is the guy who did it, and then because I could see it being like Shadow teased or whatever, or like whatever, but it could also just be Eggman's just a dude with a big fucking load of machines or something.
Yeah.
It would be a CGI nightmare, but no, it is going to be that. Why didn't they use the voice actor for Sonic? Like, save yourself some money. Come on, Sega. Like, come on.
It's not a big name, is he, right?
No, he's not, but he's the voice. Okay, I mean, I guess, like, he has had, like, multiple voice actors, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so
Two, I think.
It's not that bad.
But it should have been the Sonic. If Ben Schwartz doesn't say way past cool, I'm not
I don't think there'll be any of that shit. I think maybe there'll be like one reference to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think there'll be like drug references to like rings, like inappropriate drug references, and maybe a reference to DeviantArt. I have no idea.
It's one of those things where it's like in my head I'm like, it's such a. When it comes to the amount of references I'm going to get to see, Pokemon's going to be top, and it's a throw up between whether Mario or Sonic are going to have any at this point.
Yeah, I think there won't be barely any for Sonic. I think there'll be barely any, and I think most of the time it will just be like them whoever it is, Paramount Pictures, trying to make their own catchphrases for Sonic. He'll maybe say "you're too slow" once, but it'll mainly be like, "Whoa, fast! Gotta go fast!" or you know, like, "I'm fast, boy."
Like I said, the way they're going to approach this movie is that they're going to... I wouldn't be surprised, right, if it actually came about this way. If they basically already had a fucking idea for a buddy cop movie, and originally the buddy... It was a cop with a cute furry creation which they'd already made.
Or some sort of experiment.
So they'd already created a design for a creature which they were going to market heavily. And then they got the Sonic license, and they were like, "Oh, we can use Sonic for this."
Sure, I could see that.
What I'm trying to say is this is not a Sonic movie. This is going to be a family-friendly movie with like Sonic in it. I don't know how to explain it.
No, yeah.
They're gonna write whatever the movie they want, and Sonic is just gonna be treated as some like cuddly little marketable anime thing.
How do you reckon they're gonna do like the speed and the action scenes? Because I was thinking like, you could do a Sonic movie, like you could do a behind the head scene as the start of him running through the city, or whatever, with dynamics.
It's gonna be a weirdly
it's not running next to a police car, but you can't see the legs because they're hard to animate. And he goes, "Try to keep up," and runs ahead to go and catch the criminals.
It's gonna be a weird mix of like him just as a blue streak doing stuff.
More like the Flash in
Flash. But as a blue streak, and then slow motion stuff.
Yeah,
that's what it'd be.
I hate to break it to you
There'll be no like interesting way.
Yeah, I know you're gonna mention X-Men Apocalypse.
The story is already closer to being Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06 than it is to being any of your 2D Sonics.
Absolutely.
And I am so happy about that.
I bet you are.
I mean, I think it's pretty hard to do a story of 2D Sonic.
I absolutely
just like explained it well earlier, where you could just have it that Eggman's taken over the whole of the industrial areas and Sonic's just frolicking around.
Sure, he's just like whatever, like who cares?
Saving the animals, but...
Well, to be fair, I actually hate the fact that it's going to be like Sonic is just like a weird anthropomorphic thing in an entirely human civilization. It's so weird to me, but Sonic have done that all the time, so whatever, I guess. Like,
and it's just appealing to the female fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. They want to get fucked by that hedgehog dick.
The whole movie will be, hey, what's that weird hedgehog? Or there'll be a load of jokes like, why do you have a blue rat with you?
Aren't hedgehogs slow?
Yeah.
You're going to see that.
You're going to see, like, what's up with the blue rat? And Sonic's going to be like, I ain't a rat.
Yeah.
And
I'm a hedgehog.
And the buddy cop's going to be like, no, just sorry about him. Like, he gets a bit aggy. He's not had his tea. He's not had his chili dogs today.
He's going to try and order a beer at the bar, and Sonic's going to be like taking it away from him really quickly. He's like, Sonic.
What does Sonic famously eat?
There's 100%. You're right. 100% going to be a bar scene.
Yeah.
Where Sonic like super speeds around and mucks up everyone's drinks.
Yeah. 100%.
I've already said to
trousers are going to be pulled down. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to someone doing a CGI really badly, like someone in one of the junior staff animating the homing attack, and it's just a blue ball with loads of lights coming up.
It's just going to be like you can see the paint outlines where they drag the thing across. It's like ha. I expect the only genuinely enjoyable scenes for this film will be Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I expect those to be the only things that I actually.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they do the enemies. Like, I know it's weird to say, but
there will be it'll be all human enemies apart from maybe a couple of robots.
Nah, come on, it's going to be robots.
No, it'll be guys in suits.
It's not going to be the monkey robots.
It'll be guys in suits.
It's robots. It's Eggman. They're not going to.
It'll be SWAT. Like people in black SWAT uniforms.
Yeah.
How much do you two want to put on this? It'll be half and half. Because the government are after him, but then we'll be 50% robots.
It'll be at the end. It'll be Eggman flying away in a CGI thing, and like, this is my robot to take him on. Like Metal Sonic or something.
There will be a lot.
It could be Metal Sonic.
But
as his thing.
Eggman will say, "Guards, get him!" And like 6 just plain-faced men wearing black and guns will run at Sonic.
With helmets over their
faces. It's going to be robots.
And Sonic will go, and then the blue streak will happen.
Do you think they have the budget for that? No, they don't.
They'll all go, whoa! And the blue streak will...
robots.
They spent all the budget on Jim Carrey.
You've said this in my head, I've gone, wait, this is going to be sick. It's going to be like slow-mo, Sonic kicking one of them in the face.
Yeah, but it won't be.
Speeds up, bounces off him, goes to another.
It won't be anywhere near as creative as that.
No.
It'll just be a blue streak going between all of them, and the guards will go, whoa! And they fall over, and the guns will go up.
Yeah.
And then Sonic will land and be like, yeah.
But they should do it.
Although, I will say this, I reckon Sonic will have absolutely no... In the games, he's very, like, cringe, but also sarcastic and cocky and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. None of that
I concluded. They got Ben Schwartz.
No, I disagree with him. I think he'll be the most annoying
he's going to be like a cutesy, like, marketable little ball of fluff.
He's going to be...
Look at the poster where he's gone around
It's like literally, he's like,
whoa, cool.
Yeah.
But he's like, you can see the streak of how he's like running around the fucking.
Also, his feet on top of someone's head is going to be cold.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely
on
going to
that
be.
poster, there's a scratch drawing on the ground. You know what I'm talking about? Which says Sonic was here.
Yeah.
Spelled W-U-Z.
Oh my god.
Sonic was here.
Oh.
And it's just like he scratched it in.
It's nice.
You're right. I'm done. It's going to be sarcastic as fuck.
It's like so like
I'm done.
so
I'll
out of
take
its
that
time. Like Sonic's gonna be like this edgy cool dude, but it's like this would have been great 30 years ago.
I think you're completely right though about Eggman, and I hope it's on the same. I hope this is what I'm hoping for a lot of these things. The film might be terrible. It might be good. We don't know. It might be terrible, but I'm hoping for the same thing from all villains from these both terrible and good nostalgia trips. Same with Daken in Kim Possible film. I hope they make the villain Draken, same thing. I get little things wrong every time, don't I, Jazz?
Yeah, no.
I hope they do. I hope they make all the new villains from nostalgia trips like as good as they were in the cartoons. Like, I want Eggman to be like bossing people about, kicking people over.
Oh, I want him to be 90s like Saturday morning cartoon. I want that, and Jim Carrey is perfect for that. I want him to fall over and be like, I've fallen! I can't get up! Ah! I want that so badly. Will I get it? Probably not. But I think this will be the most entertaining film of this year, the most talked about film by me. But I reckon it will be sub 20%.
I want him in a hover. Like, this is how we make it. We have him in the hover car, and he goes, "There's no way you could beat me. You would have to jump up here." And then Sonic just jumps. He goes, "I guess you could just do that."
I forgot you could run at fucking see the speed of sound. Fuck!
Yeah. So I want him.
Not so fast if you're in this cage, Sonic.
Oh, he's got out the cage.
Whoa, what do? I'm gonna run really fast, really quickly. I'm gonna break the thing open.
And then you get the scene where Sonic gets hit by something, and then everybody thinks Sonic's gonna die, and then you have the buddy cop be like, "No, Sonic, this journey we've been on."
Drops a Chaos Emerald into his throat.
I love you, and then Sonic's gonna make you come back, and then
it's Golden Sonic. It's gonna be a Golden Sonic recovery. He's gonna do.
Eggman is gonna pick up Tails the Fox and break his neck with his bare hands, and he's gonna drink his blood on screen, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah!" He's gonna be ripping a Sega T-shirt in front half, like, "This isn't your average fucking." Movie.
It's gonna be It's genuinely gonna be. It's gonna be Eggman doing the breaking neck. He's gonna go. "It always was for fox hunting."
Oh my god! No. Here's how the movie actually starts. It will be that, like, just like a weird thing of like Sonic like running fast and be like, "What?" Like freeze frame face, like chili dog in the air or whatever. He goes, "Hey, this is Sonic. How did I end up here? It's a long story. Here's how." Like, it will be that. It will be that. It won't be the fucking long take of him running through the city behind him in very cinematic jumping like thing. It should be. It will be something cringeworthy and boring as that. Yeah, this film's gonna be bad, but also I can't wait to watch it.
I will definitely watch it no matter what.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Really, the poster. The last thing I'll say is this: the first poster they released where Sonic is with the weird limbs and he's
oh my god, that looks awful.
And he's cast in shadow so you can't see his face. Is like already red flags and alarms will be sounding off. Listen, if you this is your Sonic. The movie's about Sonic, quite obviously, and this is the character and the model you've chosen to market the shit out of to make this movie a success. And you are so worried at how you've gone about this that you are not willing to show his face.
Oh no, it's all shadow, isn't it?
Right, that and the second poster is him sat in the fucking with point of view shot. So we don't know what his face looks like. Sonic the Hedgehog, which should be the most marketable thing ever, because you know it's Sonic, and you're afraid to show what his face looks like.
Absolutely, massive red flags. If they were
going
to do it tastefully, it'd be like him having the ring in his hand or something.
When it's like a video game publisher refuses to send out review copies for their games early, and because they know it's shit, but they don't want to harm day one sales.
Yeah,
it's almost like that. That they're like, we need to tell people this movie exists, but we can't show people Sonic.
They're going to have to show a trailer eventually.
Exactly. So I don't know what they're doing with that.
No.
So they're going to have to show the trailer eventually. So why don't they just show the face? It's because there's something must be fucked up about the Sonic model.
Like, no, they're doing it already, and they were like, "Fuck, we need to like heavily doctor some of the CG." Like,
I'm 100% in that it's gonna be like, I'm glad that we're set up to fail, because if it's even at 50%, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 50% is half the people like it. I think 15%.
All I'm doing is I'm looking forward to a Sonic fan review of it. Is all I'm saying.
Sammy Classic Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that review. Yeah, I think it's gonna be awful. So you think 50? You think 50%, Tom?
No, I think it's probably about 60, but
60%. Okay, you got a lot of hope for this. To be fair, it's hitting all your buttons because it reminds you of Sonic 06, your favourite game.
Sonic Adventure, my favourite game.
Sure.
Adventure 2.
Whatever. Matt, what do you reckon the score will be?
41.
Can I also change mine because I want to say it's going to be Crush 40%.
Nice.
There's not going to be any songs by Crush 40 in this.
Yeah,
thing.
there's
going to be
any
absolutely
songs.
no music by Crush 40. They're going to throw those fuckers under the bus. It's going to be pop.
I think
forever.
it's still wrong. I think it's going to be Sonic songs, but they're going to be remixed by Martin Garrix.
No. It's not going to be that. It's going to be Rihanna, Shut Up and Drive.
Oh, it could be as well.
Nah, that's too old.
Nah, mate. Or like, or if it's Initial D, then I'm way back into the thing.
Guys.
Gas!
I know this is Jazz's podcast, and we should let.
Well,
I just want to suggest as closing notes. Can we all suggest one
the
game?
Orange Juice Cast.
Can we suggest one game that we think will, or hopefully that we want to be released as a film?
Well, I would have said Castlevania because I had the
this is
season, which is amazing. Season 2 is fucking amazing. I absolutely ragged on Season 1 because it had so much potential, but they really picked up the slack and really did a great job with Season 2. But if I was to actually make a film, and is it me directing this film, or is it some hack at Hollywood directing?
It's going to be some hack, but...
Okay.
I've already got my
Mega Man.
Mega Man?
I want a Mega Man movie, because I like Mega Man.
Go on, Jazz. Come on, Matt.
What's this? Sorry.
Choose a game franchise that you want to be made into a film. I've got two in my head.
No, I don't get to direct it or pick anything about it.
No.
There's a safe bet.
Alright.
I can tell you what it is.
Street Fighter.
Oh,
Big
yes, I'd like that
Has
as
it
well.
not been done, no, hasn't it?
Yeah, Street Fighter 2 the movie,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
which is my favourite.
Right.
I want Raul Julia back. I want to re-raise his corpse to be M. Bison once more.
I originally had this as in my head Gizmo, and it was just going to be like Expendables, but no. Metal Gear Solid. They can make a film.
Oh,
They already are making a film.
Are they actually?
Yeah, John Vogue Roberts, who made Kong Skull Island, is hard making this film. Like he's like 100%. I'm sending drafts to Hideo Kojima every day because I want this game to be. I want this film to be so good. I want this to be the best video game film that's ever come out.
I've got a question about that then because
his interviews about it are like really good.
Who is the modern day Kurt Russell though? Because Kurt Russell would be playing it if it was released back in his...
David Hayter should play Snake.
I would. He's too old, isn't he? He's like 55 or something.
Nah, man. If it's not David Hayter, I'd be upset. You need David Hayter.
Sure.
He's iconic.
I want it.
Yeah,
I would have Kurt Russell in his prime.
No. Here you go. You have David Hayter as the Colonel.
Wait, just out of curiosity, can you have... Is there one where Snake is old? Can we have Kurt Russell play old Snake?
4.
Can we have Kurt Russell play old Snake?
He's an old man in 4. Yeah.
But you need him to be like muscly and skinny, which Kurt Russell is not. He's a fat dude.
Fat dude now. That's Kurt Russell. Love you.
Yeah. Okay. Kurt Russell is one of my only subscribers. You're right. I don't know. I don't know who you'd get to do Snake. Who'd be like a good Adam Driver.
No fucking chance.
No,
way.
come on. Come on.
No.
Who would you have as Snake?
Oh, I don't know. Someone fucking grizzled.
Josh
as
Brolin.
shit, not Adam Driver.
He's doing
No, Josh Brolin's too old. You need like a 30-year-old dude
Jared Butler.
who's like he's too old again.
Keanu Reeves.
No.
Yeah?
Keanu Reeves with short hair.
That man doesn't age.
Yeah.
Should we just throw Ryan Gosling in, guys? Should we just do it?
Yeah, actually, that would.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling would work for me as well.
Isn't it? And then it's Megan Fox's.
No, who's the other
Meryl.
one? Who's the other one in the front? Oh, I should get this. What's his name?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
No.
Batista. Chris Pratt.
21
Jump Street.
Oh, Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
A Snake.
No,
Channing Tatum.
no,
is-
no,
No,
shut.
you're out.
I'd rather Jonah Hill as fucking Channing Tatum.
Michael Cera is Snake.
You should stop doing that, guys. Seems to be
Steve
dangerous.
Michael
Buscemi.
Cera is-
Steve Buscemi is solid Snake.
Michael Cera is Snake, and Meryl is Emma Stone, and we just do the scene where Snake can tell that which one of the guards is Meryl because
By the
Meryl has a better ass.
Wait,
And it's that but in like a high school. There's your movie.
Absolutely.
have we got to have someone who's so like I don't know where it's.
So this film is coming out, by the way, and it's still being worked on by this director, and he gave us
Bradley Cooper. There we go. He's got the hair. He's got the grizzled look.
Maybe.
He did American Sniper.
Maybe.
I was going to say Ryan Reynolds, but I think he's
Ryan
done
Gosling's
better
a good
things now.
choice for me.
Ryan Gosling.
It's just the he did like loads of interviews about like, well, you can do parts in like, obviously video games don't transfer to films because they're like,
I think the closest
interactive
one that
medium.
does is Snake at this point.
Sure, and he's like, look, there are things that can be done in films, like boss battles have been done in like the Matrix, like certain things that are video gaming have been done well in certain films, so you can apply the aspects of those to the film to make it good. And I was like, that's interesting. That's an interesting point of view to have. And if you're gonna do like a director, I mean, have you seen Kong Skull Island?
No.
No, I heard it was
Really
good.
fun.
Heard
It's a
it's
really
good.
fun movie. He fucking tears the fucking rotor off a fucking boat, and he swings it around his head like a fucking chain, and he hits dinosaurs in the face with it. It's great.
It's good that you mentioned that though,
Yeah.
because they remind me that Jack Black should play Snake.
Jack Black is Snake. No, Jack Black's Otacon. But no, yeah, sure. Like, have Kojima as a cameo role in some way. You've got to.
I like it.
Okay, we'll just do director and because I didn't expect this to be part of the thing. So just director and main actor for the thing. So you're doing Metal Gear Solid, yeah?
Yeah.
Who would you choose as your director and?
I also did think about F-Zero, but I thought a bit of a stretch.
Oh man.
A racing movie, but with F-Zero.
Yeah.
That,
With like the twists in the air and stuff.
And Captain Falcon is the main character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Played-
Played by Kurt Russell.
Played by Chris Pratt.
Played by Chris Pratt. He's Falcon. Pride! Yeah, I'm 100%.
Metal Gear Solid. And
Mega Man, I'd have.
Kojima gets to direct it.
Who would I have as Mega Man? Some like fucking kids, like Michael Cera.
Michael Cera, isn't
I'd have
it?
Michael Cera, I guess.
Or what about Go Stranger Things if you can't think of any?
Oh no. Oh well, I suppose maybe
Mega
Finn
Man's really young.
Wolfhard would do well.
I mean, the big question isn't that though. The big question is who is Wily?
Oh my god, Wily's Jim Carrey. I'm having Wily as Jim Carrey. I want Jim Carrey. I want the music. If I was to have a director for Mega Man, Justin Lin.
Yeah, I hate my one because I'm gonna say Michael Bay because it is an action
You're a
film.
fuck-
It's an action film
you're
through and through.
You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
It's-
No, I would literally burn cinemas down from anger if Michael Bay was...
Sylvester Stallone is now directing mine.
Matt, who is your director and main actor for
The Street Fighter.
Street Fighter movie?
It's directed by Martin Scorsese.
I'm wrong. Martin Scorsese directs your Street Fighter movie.
And
Wow.
It's about the story, yeah.
It's about the intrigue in the criminal underground.
Do you
here.
know what Guy Ritchie?
Shadow Lewis,
Do you know,
like a-
do you know what Guy Ritchie doing it, mate?
and
Underground fighting rooms.
I want the fight scenes to be awesome, so...
It's
Who's
weird.
going to be your
I'm
real
thinking
Guile?
of Ryu.
Ken
It's
Watanabe.
Ryu. I'm thinking of Ryu.
It is Ken Watanabe.
Why
Oh,
don't you
Guy.
Ken? Ken's easier. Just pick an
I've
American.
got it now.
Ken! That is a weird. Your name is like my name.
I've got it. Ryu, played by John Cena.
Okay.
That's what I'm going
I mean,
for.
I didn't know
You
we were
could've-
dealing
you
with a
could've taken-
racist.
you could've
We were
taken-
dealing with a
You could have
racist.
taken any wrestler, and you could have taken.
I hope
You
it's
could
John
take
Cena,
it
but his name is
any.
still Ryu. Or
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, he's just.
You could
I'm
take it
Japanese,
now.
sure, why not?
I forgot his name. Wrestler.
No.
We bring back Jean-Claude Van
Maybe
Damme as
Japanese
Guile.
one.
Nakamura.
Yeah, you could have.
No way can Nakamura be Ryu. Anyway,
What about Jet Li? Is he not? Is he too old now?
It's also racist.
that's racist, dude.
I know, but you need someone who does martial arts.
Ken
It's fine.
Watanabe. What about? Okay.
Hearing you out.
If we're gonna go racist,
We're not
get the
going
guys
racist.
from the raid.
Yeah, fine. But John Cena's Ryu.
But who's okay?
It's all of the
Okay.
raid.
No,
guys.
John Cena's Guile. Don't be silly. If John Cena's anyone, it's gonna be
Villain.
Guile.
Villain.
No, Ivan Drago.
Villain, no, who is- who
Dolph
is-
Lundgren?
Dolph Lundgren.
Is Guile.
Who's M Bison?
Wait,
That's the real-
Dolph Lundgren's Zangief.
Who's Bison?
No, Vinnie Jones is Zangief.
Jim Carrey's Bison.
No. Bison is.
Russell.
Guys, I can't get Channing Tatum out of my head.
Kurt Russell.
Channing Tatum is M. Bison.
No way!
Kurt Russell.
Channing Tatum is fucking Chun-Li.
Jeff Bridges. Goldman.
Can we have Raul Julia again? Didn't
was
see
like-
that, did you? Did you?
I'm surprised you didn't.
Jennifer Lopez as Chun-Li.
What about Ming Na Wen? Or like any Chinese person?
Yeah, well, I don't know that, do I?
Cammy?
I'm making an American.
Cammy can be.
I've done like 6 actors. I'm already out. And then
No,
to be
mate.
honest,
Who's your Zangief?
to be honest, I
Who's
regret,
your Zangief?
I regret all of these choices.
You
already.
Who's
said-
Zangief,
you know what?
Matt?
I actually
You
in my head-
racist?
The reason I asked this question is because I thought you might say Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I didn't. It's too predictable.
Who is Zangief?
Zangief is Adam Driver. Shaved Adam Driver.
Fine. Fine with that. So
Massive
he's
Adam
over
Driver
like, Red Cyclone!
Yes.
Look,
I'll break
you
you.
could have just said Scarlett Johansson, Mirror's Edge, but you didn't want that easy choice, did you?
John Cena was weird. In
Who-
the Western
who's your-
adaptation. of
Who's
Rikishi.
E Honda?
Oh, Rikishi's gone. You can't do Rikishi.
Is it Samoa Joe?
Can't say John Candy either because he's gone.
You try to do American.
CJ.
John Goodman.
It's a Western. James Corden.
James Corden is E Honda.
Yes.
You hate E Honda. Who's Blanca?
Blanca is 100% CG.
Yeah, okay.
Now is King.
Who's he voiced by, Matt?
Is King Tekken on Street Fighter?
Oh.
Who's he voiced by? It's just grunts and shit. He doesn't speak English.
Okay, but who does the voices?
He does the grunts.
Yeah. Is it Vin Diesel?
Yes.
Do you do the full? Do you do the?
Who's Ken, Matt?
See, Ken is
Tom Hiddleston?
no. Let me think.
Someone who's.
Oh, Ken is Daniel Craig.
Okay.
I'm back in.
Who's Vega?
You can. Oh, bring
Vega
Van Damme
is,
back.
Vega is Enrique Iglesias.
Okay.
To be fair, you could have done Van Damme.
So
as
Tom
Bison.
Hardy is Bullrog, yeah.
Shit, I got to work in Tom Hardy somehow. I haven't got Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy can be Bison, mate.
Yeah, I think Tom Hardy works better as Bison.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sorry, Tom Hardy's
He's
Bison.
been in The Warrior.
Sorry, Channing.
So is Channing gonna be Bison?
Yeah,
Is Channing gonna be Bullrog?
No, man. What's his face? Michael B. Jordan is
You're racist.
What? I picked a black actor now for playing a boxer as the black boxer, and that's racist.
Who's Dudley, Matt?
Dudley is what's his name? Wait for it.
Are you about to say the guy from Black Panther?
No.
Idris Elba.
No. Sorry, Eddie Murphy.
I want to see this movie.
Is King in Street
What
Fighter?
about
No,
Sagat?
it's
Yeah, King is in Street Fighter. Who's
Yeah,
King?
King
Who's
is-
playing as King?
King.
Who's King?
King.
King is now in Street
King is
Fighter.
now in Street Fighter.
Who's playing Eddie?
Who's Eddie Gordo, Matt?
Wait, I got to do King first, apparently. Who's King is so the head is CG, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's the body of Tom Hardy again. we're just giving him that much. We're giving him so much work.
I think we should just give Tom Hardy the voiceover for Blanca as well.
Yeah, just give him some work. He deserves it.
I think so. And Sagat is a robot.
Sagat is Sylvester Stallone.
So it's like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I like this movie. This movie's gonna be a smash hit.
Directed by Martin Scorsese.
Directed by
It's
Mark.
nothing to do with like actual street fighting. It's more like street fights happen, and it's more about the politics involved.
It's about who's gonna be the
Are
head
you
of
doing-
street fights.
Are you doing the plane shot now as it goes over from place to place?
Sure.
It's like Fight Club, except like more about.
No, it is a shot-for-shot remake of Fight Club, but with street fighting characters.
Oh, what Ryu's alternate personality is Ken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get?
And it's Ryu and Ken duking it out in that basement.
Mm.
But instead of just like punching each other in Fight Club, they're just throwing Hadoukens and shit.
Oh yeah.
Every fight you get a guy who does a voiceover and goes, China,
China,
Japan.
Japan.
It's the same guy.
Win.
Yeah, it's me doing those voices.
Perfect.
And then
I need a paycheck too.
and the end of it is gonna be the Tekken guys coming through a portal.
Yeah.
They're going, this is a
And
new
we-
world for us.
We just tease it.
No,
and
no. Here's how you do it. You have King
We went off
step
the rails
forward.
here, guys.
Heihachi's like slams his foot down. Like Ryu's there. He's like what? And then just before they're about to go together, there's a fucking like a chain.
I was gonna say, yeah.
with a kunai on it that slams to the ground. And goes, get over here. Cut to black. This is the worst podcast I've ever done, and I can't wait to die.
Yeah, well,
So there we go. Sonic is going to be the worst movie. Mario is going to be also the worst movie.
Unless it's Street Fighter.
Sonic's going to be
the most... Street Fighter film.
Sonic's going to be the most entertaining movie. Mario's going to be the most boring shit movie. Pokemon's going to be good. Hard good. You heard it here first, folks. If I get any of those Rotten Tomato scores
with
right,
a hard G.
Oh no.